Hello everyone, welcome back to the United Stand. We're talking Ten Hag signings. Have you rated them? Have you been disappointed with them? Could we have done better? I'm joined by Rick. Rick, welcome to the show, welcome to the set, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Anyway, signings. It was big talking points. We spoke about this on many shows over the summer, over the transfer window, Rick. We'll get players, and we're not going to bring Dubravka into this because he's not played much, but we're just going to rate the players in terms of how well we think they've done. Could we have done better in terms of value for money as well? We'll start it off, I think the main one, because he cost nothing. Christian Eriksen, I mean, for me, an absolute breath of fresh air. I know you've been a big advocate of his this season and videos and fan vlogs that we've done, Rick. How important a signing was this, first of all, for Erik ten Hag, in terms of that extra, that little bit of something different and quality in midfield?
Vital signing, absolutely vital. When you think back to last season and we had McTominay and Fred playing all the time, and you bring in somebody who's got the quality on the ball that he's got, to keep it simple. You can see the long pass as well, and he does some spectacular passes, but it's mainly about getting the ball on the floor and giving the easiest passing, making yourself available again, and things just tick along really well when Eriksen's in the team, compared to perhaps, well, really it's Fred's position on the left that he's taken, and he's been a massively important signing. And when you think, I mean, if you want me to try and rank him out of 10, especially when he especially because he came on a free transfer, I'd have to say 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Guys, drop your comments in below. I want you to rate every single player alongside us out of 10. So there's going to be 5 signings. The outfield players, everything but Dubravka, obviously, like I said. But out of 10, Ricky's gone 10 straight away. I mean, we can just finish the show now. We've got a winner, haven't we? That's it.
Before people start saying, but you can't give this player or that player lower than Eriksen, they've got to grasp that he didn't cost anything.
Yeah, you're adding everything together.
Yeah, it's just he didn't cost anything.
You can do that as well, obviously. The value, if that brings it down a notch, are you expecting it more? You've got to give the club probably praise for us to getting this deal done as well. I mean, I can't believe there was only 2 clubs in for him. For what we heard, it was Brentford again to keep him, and Manchester United. I was amazed by that more than anything else.
I was shocked. I was pleased to get him, and it's proved to be a cracking signing.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I mean, on that, I've not heard one person say anything bad about Eriksen. Oh, well, apart from people who thought he wasn't giving Ronaldo the ball. It's another story. Calm down. I'm not going to go into it, everyone. But moving on, the butcher. Martinez at the back. Now, at the start of the season, Rick, obviously, the criticism came, his height. We've done videos before. Outside Brentford, you were talking about his height and how he needed McTominay in the team to help cover certain games. But shaky start, do you feel like, has there been a player that's adapted quicker to the Premier League after a shaky start like that? Do you know what? I went back to the Vidic and Evra start for United. That's what I rated Martinez to, because they both had shaky ones.
Evra had a terrible game, but it was that game.
My God, has he turned it around? Talk to me about Martinez, Rick.
What was his transfer value?
Transfer value was 56 million. 56 million for a what you would say a modern day centre back. Now that's probably decent value in the market. We're looking at some of the sums, but does that?
He really has swung it round since the start. He's done brilliantly. Composure, great passer of the ball. When I say composure, I talk about composure on the ball. And you need aggression in the game, but sometimes I think you can go. This isn't a big criticism, but I felt as though he should have got sent off at Villa. Did he, when he elbowed somebody in the ribs twice? I think.
Bailey.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I just think he maybe goes a little bit over the top, as much as you do want aggression in your game. But that's the only thing I could level against him. The thing about his height. It's not costing us anything. It's not costing us anything whatsoever at the moment. So
we talked about this before. He's been part of a Ten Hag defence this season. He's come in. We had 10 clean sheets out of all competitions last season, Rick. Third of the way through the season, now we've got 9. Yeah. Obviously, the Europa League, different quality, calibre of team, but we've got the best defence at home in the league.
Right.
We're only 1 behind the leading clean sheet team in the league, which is Newcastle.
Right.
And they're getting rave reviews. I mean, if it weren't for them 3 games, them away games, City, Brentford and Villa, which count for about 80% of our goals conceded this season, it's not about, because people always look at the negative, don't they?
Yeah.
And defensively this season, we've had shutouts and we've been solid, and De Gea hasn't really been spoken about much. That says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think the team's defending better though. The team's better organised. They're defending better as a team. On one show we did a short while ago, where I can't remember who said it. It might have been Mark who said, you know, we desperately don't need Varane getting injured. And I said, I don't think we'll miss him too much now because the team is playing so much better. He's more compact. And we haven't missed him that much. You can easily say we got battered at Villa. I know we got battered at Villa. The way Villa played that day, they came out of the blocks under the new manager. They might have beaten anyone that day. It's one of them things. That's football.
3 shots on target, they all went in.
Yeah, that's football. So
not as United stand. That's football next week, mate. Sorry, I couldn't help that one.
Yeah, so I think the team's defending better. The wingers are tracking back better. He's drumming it in. Even Marcus is defending a bit better when he plays on the left. So the team's more solid. That helps the defenders. The defenders haven't got quite as much to do, and that's a knock-on effect to the keeper. Although he had a cracking game just recently. He made a good few saves in one game, probably at Villa. I can't remember. But yeah, Martinez is playing great. The back four's playing great, but so is the team. The team's defending much more.
Out of 10, Martinez, what are you rating?
56 million, and the way he's improved the back four, I'd go a 9.
9. That is what you call a start. 10 and a 9. Moving on.
Yeah.
Now, next, another part of the defence. Now, Malacia, 12 million. He's come in. He's give Luke Shaw the kick up the backside, I think, which we all wanted to see. We know what Luke Shaw is. We know how good he is. You're a big advocate of Luke Shaw, I know, Rick. He has been out of form. He admitted it himself. He's got himself back in shape. Is that influenced by the likes of Malacia coming in and and giving him competition for places? You could look at this transfer and say he's not only just helped us out when he's playing, but he's helped Luke Shaw in a way as well, in terms of switching him back on again and saying, wow, this is like being at Manchester United. You have a bad game, you're out of the team. And Ten Hag takes credit for that as well in bringing in Malacia. We didn't think we needed a left back in the summer. We were thinking right back cover. He's brought him in, and great game against Liverpool. He's played at right back a bit
good cover,
as well. He's a bit versatile. At 12 million, Rick, it's not bad, is it?
It's a really good signing. I'd probably go an 8, but I would be tempted to give him a 9 because obviously, like you said, he's only 12 million.
Yeah,
he can play both flanks. He played about 4 games, I think, after Shaw got dropped, didn't he? And then Shaw came back in, but he's still getting games in the Europa League, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like you say, he played at right back at Fulham. He's a cracking signing. He's, so far so good. I mean, we've already done 2. He's a cracking signing for the value. So I'd be tempted to give a 9, but it seems a bit rich giving him a 9 when Martinez has only just got a 9. But then again, he was 56 million and he was 12 million.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? But
there you go.
I'll give him an 8. 8.5. 8.5.
This is slowly turning into the best transfer window in Manchester United's history. Wait, Rick's going here. We're happy. We're moving forward. Now, into the big money. We're talking more South American contingent. We'll start with Antony. Now, I think the only criticism with Antony, it isn't about his 360s that he does on the ball or anything like that. It was pretty much down to the club and the fact that we could have got this deal done earlier in the summer and probably saved ourselves near 20 million. It's not his fault that he's 89 million. It isn't. But rating him and what he's produced so far, did you feel like he got off to a decent start? Has he improved? Has he stayed steady? Where are you at with Antony and his contribution this season, Rick?
He's out of the team at the moment, isn't he? He's injured or ill
now for Brazil.
Is he fit for Brazil now? Okay, so it'll be interesting to see if he gets games in the World Cup. I don't know if he's going to be a regular starter.
I don't think so. They've got a phenomenal forward line, Brazil. You're talking
on the bench,
Rafinha, Richarlison, Neymar, Vinicius. There's a lot of competition for that Brazil front line, so it'll be interesting.
It'll be a sub, I think, won't it? I know you just said there, it's not his fault, the price tag, and it isn't his fault, the price tag. If you got all of these players for nothing, them different, the marks that we've given so far, would all move a bit. You know what I mean?
They would.
But you don't get everybody for nothing, do you?
No, not with United.
So the price is the price, and even though it's not his fault, it's still over his head. That, what was it, 80 million quid or whatever it was, 90 million quid then nearly. I would, because of the price tag, I can't give him more than a 7. I'm expecting for 90 million quid, to be honest, somebody who really hits the ground running. Scored a couple of good goals, but I'm not all about who scores the goals, me. I'm all, the team game, and he's not a bad team player.
Do you think to his work rate? Because he has put some shifts in.
Yeah, he works hard.
You're a big advocate of the full-back cover as well, aren't you?
He's a natural winger. I love natural wingers. I keep banging on. I wish he wouldn't put Bruno on the wing. Yep. You know, if he's going to bring on a different midfield player, don't put Bruno on the wing. Keep a winger on the wing.
Yeah, with that.
So you know, he is a natural winger. He works hard. He knows the job. I would like to. I don't know if he's ever played on the left. He's left-footed. I'd love to see him get a game on the left, but he always plays on the right, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. But it's that inadvertent winger that Eriksen likes, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, he's taking the place of Sancho at the moment, Rick. Obviously, Ten Hag has this system in place where if you're not performing, you have to sit it out and then take your chance when you come back in.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Antony is our natural wide man now on the right-hand side? You think that's the way it's going to stay?
He'll come strong again, without a doubt. He's been out injured. Obviously, there's people sort of suggesting, was he injured or was he upset with him doing that 360 turn? Because it's since the showboat incident that he seems to have been injured. He'll come strong again, without a doubt.
But 7 out of 10.
I'm sure he's a good signing, but at that sort of money, you expect at least. Let's put it this way: for 90 million quid, you said 89 million, didn't you? Call it 90 million quid. For 90 million quid, you've got to expect at least what Antony's done so far. Yeah.
Last one, Casemiro. He's been a mainstay since he's got into the team this season. I'm intrigued to see, because that's that one position where we have struggled for nigh on a decade, Rick.
Yeah.
Casemiro's come in. I've loved. He's infectious. His enthusiasm for the game is, like I said, infectious, and he just seems to be rubbing off on so many different players. For 60 million at the age of 30, I'm bringing the age into this as well now. Again, in terms of the rating, put it all together.
Yeah.
Have you been impressed with him on the pitch? Is that value for money? His experience, what he's won, is that what we needed?
Yeah, he's certainly...
instead of the likes of what a Rabiot would have brought.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would have preferred Casemiro over Rabiot, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. He's... Look, he's definitely a good signing again. You've got to, like you just said there, he is 30. You know, whether we'll get more than 2 or 3 years out of him, I don't know. And how much was he? 60 million.
60 mil.
I'd say it's a good signing. I'm very happy with his performance.
Good in the air.
Good in the air. Yeah. He knows the position. He doesn't get caught forward of the ball too often. Look, that's obvious. You know, his track record's going to tell you that, isn't he? And he's a cracking signing. 60 million quid though, and 30 years of age. I'll go an 8.
8 out of 10. Guys, that pretty much wraps everything up in terms of the player ratings of the signings. Well, we're going to go 10. Eriksen wins the day. Then we go with 9 for Martinez. We literally went down in order, I think. Malacia got an 8.
Yeah.
And then Antony got a 7. Yeah. But propping up the back there, was it?
Casemiro with an 8.
8 out of 10 for Casemiro. Guys, let us know what you think. Drop your comments in below. Rate them players, them signings. Do you agree with Rick that we're giving Eriksen the best signing so far this summer in terms of rating, but break it down as in value, how old they are, how many games they've played, their contribution, what they've done in terms of affecting the team and helping the team out as well. It's not all about that one game, that little bit that they've done. Put it all together, give us your ratings, drop them in the comments below. Guys, that's it. Cheers for watching. We'll be back with another video very, very soon. Rick, cheers for coming on as always.
Thanks very much, mate. Enjoyed it.
Give the video a like, guys. Share and subscribe to The United Stand, the biggest independent fan channel on YouTube. Cheers for watching, everybody.